Away from the pitch, there was a big statement out on Sunday night regarding the ongoing court cases. What does that mean for the football club, Davy?
I think it just gives it a wee bit of clarity. I don't think people understand how hard it's been here over the last 4 years for the people within the club. So gives the club a wee bit of clarity moving forward. Hopefully allows John and Dave to bring board members in upstairs to actually help with the day-to-day running of the football club. But again, I think it's had a huge impact on the club's finances, and I know that over the last 2 years, especially with the budget cuts. So hopefully we can now look forward to try to bring investment into the football club and get ourselves back to the Premier League. Ultimately, that's kind of where we all want to be. That's where we want to be playing football. So I think we need investment into the football club. We need new blood into the football club. We need new energy into the football club to help the people that have been at the club kind of working on these litigation cases for the last 4 or 5 years, which has strangled the club, for want of a better word.
We spoke last week about players away for the football club and the challenges they face, but does this take some pressure off you and everyone at the football club?
It takes pressure off upstairs more so than myself. Obviously, I've been at the football club for 11 years, so it's hard not to play a part of that, mate. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's not a normal manager's remit, but again, Dave's in the club running kind of the upstairs part of the business on a daily basis, and I've been downstairs running the football side of the club on a daily basis. So it was hard for the two of yous not to be on the same page at times and having to work through difficult problems, and John Ward's obviously been here all that time as well. So it's huge testament to the people. I would probably more say upstairs to get us to where we are today than downstairs, to be honest. I mean, difficult downstairs, but I think they've had a really, really tough job over the last 4 years, trying to keep the club afloat, trying to keep the club running along. But now it kind of, we're in I think from the discussions I've had, we're in a tough period financially in terms of we need to look at bringing investment into the football club, but we're in a much, much better place in terms of a clear ownership model going forward, a majority shareholder that can make decisions in the club. So,
back to matters at hand, Davey, another clean sheet on Saturday, which is pleasing, but it was another dropped couple of points against Morton. Is that now our bogey team for this campaign?
No, because you probably look at Queen's Park as well. I think you guys, fans will not appreciate this side of it, but when you go back and you look over the data and you look at the probabilities and chances created, it's probably the 4 draws, to be honest. The two with Morton and the 2 with Queen's Park were a wee bit unlucky not to come out on the other side of the result, but you can talk about being unlucky. I think it comes down to our individual and our actually execution in the final in the opponent's box. So believe it or not, you've got match day 16 on Friday, so we've kind of mimicked results of the first 9 games. So if you look at the first 9 games, I think we lost to the only team we dropped points with was Queen's Park, Morton and Falkirk, from memory. Is that correct? I think it is, isn't it? 21 points, 6 points dropped.
I think Dunfermline as well.
No, that's the first. That was the second batch of 9 games, right? So you were sitting there and you drew against Falkirk, drew against Queen's Park, drew against Morton in your first run of 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
Your second run of 9 games, you beat Falkirk, but got beat off Dunfermline. So you're kind of not a million miles away. Partick was thrown into the first batch of 9 games as well. So believe it or not, if you go and can pick up 3 points on Friday, you're actually, point-wise, you're better off if you can go and Ayr United and the Airdrie game. So that's kind of how I look at the season. You look at the first 9 games, the second lot of 9 games, and it's just trying to better or mimic the points return within the 9 games. We've got a total within the building that we feel that we need to reach to get us to where we want to be. Ultimately, the aim is to get back to the Premier League. There's different ways of doing that: 3rd, 4th, 2nd, or winning the league. So we just need to keep on top of these next. We've got 3 games in these batch of 9 games, and if we can go and pick up 3 wins, which is difficult, it's not going to be easy, but you've got 2 home games in there. We'd be in a better place, believe it or not, than what we were in the first 9 games. But I think it's difficult, it's hard. Every game brings a unique challenge. Going away to Morton, it's a wee tight park. It was a hard game of football. You've got to win your first contacts, got to win your second contacts. There's not a lot of space in the game. Every game brings a unique challenge. Partick Thistle coming here is going to bring a different challenge for what we faced at Partick and what we faced on Saturday at Morton.
It's always a little bit harder when you probably deserve the 3 points, Davy. How important is it for the team to react?
Again, we can look at deserving 3 points. I think you come away for the game, you're disappointed, but you don't deserve it if you don't stick the ball in the net. So there's a wee bit of that with me, with both. The first Morton game here, I'd probably say we deserved the 3 points. We went up the park, we missed a couple of easy chances. He went up the park and got a penalty. I think we were a wee bit hard done by then. Saturday, I think it's more down to our individual finishing within the game, so our execution. So did we deserve it? Probably not. We created enough chances to win the game, but did we deserve the 3 points? I don't think we did, because we never put the ball in the opponent's net. And then going into Saturday's a totally different game altogether. It's going to pose a different challenge. But we're at home. We've got to go into the game confident, as will Partick Thistle. I think Partick Thistle is one of the informed teams in the league. And I'm enjoying, I'll be honest with you, I'm enjoying being in the Championship. Every week you're coming up, you've got an opportunity to go and win that game, and you're competitive within the game, and you can focus on your starting 11, your group of players. And I think we've got to give this group of players huge credit. That's one defeat in 15. Now people can sugarcoat that or look into it in a negative however they want. I think that's a fantastic record. 15 games into the league and you've lost one game of football, and that's credit to the players in the dressing room.
It was 0-0 at the weekend, and last time out it was 0-0. Was there been a wee bit more emphasis on the front end of the park?
Yeah, I think so. I think the first game at Partick was stuffy. It was pretty direct, to be honest. It was difficult, but Liam So has a chance. Ashcroft clears it off the line. It's a fantastic strike, and Ashcroft gets his head in it. There wasn't a lot in the game, was there? Top end of the park, I spoke to the group about that collectively. It's not just the top end, you're looking at set plays as well. So there's different dimensions within the game that we all need to start chipping in and putting these chances away. We had, believe it or not, one of the highest XGs we've had of the season on Saturday. And we don't come up with any goals. So it's not just about the front end of the park, it's about everybody else playing that collective part in the game.
Do you enjoy night games under the lights, or are you set about your ways on?
No, I do. No, I really do enjoy them. I don't know, it's always, I think it's probably every stadium, but even in these winter months and the Saturday and then they turn the lights on around half time, I don't know, it just brings a different atmosphere to the game. So I enjoy the evening kickoffs. I love coming into Livingston, the lights are on, you're coming into the game. I just think it's a fantastic venue to go and play football, but even more so at night when the floodlights are on. And I don't know, it's just, I personally really enjoy the evening kickoffs.
Obviously with the evening kickoff comes with the TV cameras. Does that add any extra pressure, or is that just as normal? You had that every week, didn't you, in the Premier League? So it's I'm actually looking forward. Again, it can get a wee bit monotonous every week doing the press, doing different things in terms of being in the Premier League. You don't do it as much in the Championship, so it's a welcome change. Speaking of change, Davey, if there was one thing you could change about Scottish football as a collective, what would it be? You. Davey, if there was one thing you could change about Scottish football as a collective, other than me, what would it be? An 18-team league. A 16 minimum 18-team league. I think we've got to progress. I don't think there's any reason why Scottish football at this level's got four leagues. I think there's definitely got to be a change at the top end, and that change at the top end probably then brings a change at the bottom end also. So for me, I think there's got to be more distribution of the wealth. And people say, oh, you're in the Championship, you're going to say, I say this in the Premier League. And I'm not meaning just in the distribution in terms of the league money. If everybody's league money stayed the same in terms of 1 to 42, that's how it kind of gets done. 1 to 42, you get your split of the pot. Being in the Premier League and all 6 clubs for the champ, being in the Premier League brings a lot of commercial income,
a lot of match day ticket sales income with the Old Firm coming, Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, assuming they're all in that top 18 league. And I think it does something similar to the league below. So for me, younger players need opportunity. How do we get that opportunity? I think it comes through expanding the league. I really do believe that, and I really do think it helps the product on the park over that period of time. So for me, the biggest thing, if I was in Livingston, wasn't in Livingston, I was sitting at another club, I don't care, I wasn't working in football. For me, my educated opinion is we need to increase the size of the league, which probably has a knock-on effect to the leagues below, where you'd probably increase that also.